the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 16, verses 13 through 16. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings and much salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect who continue to push this ministry to wherever the Lord has scattered you in these latter days. To you, Akim, I say, Shalom, Shalom. Fresh new threats from Iran and the United States. Or peace talks fail and war continues. Peace talks fails and war continues, which it was never a peace agreement anyway. It wasn't a ceasefire. Like we said on the highways and byways yesterday, a ceasefire is another form of a peace agreement. It is a peace agreement on both sides. Now, Vice President J.D. Vance has met with the Iranian regime, and it didn't get anywhere. Matter of fact, J.D. Vance said we had hours of longs of talks. Some said 24 hours of talks, and nothing was achieved. And he went on to say, that's good news for us, but bad for Iran. So now, President Donald Trump says as of tomorrow, and today's date is April the 12th, 2026. Tomorrow's date would be the 13th. Donald Trump has went on record to say we will shut off, put warships around the Strait of Hormuz, okay? Blockade, okay? And Iran has come back and said any type of act, as you're saying, will be met with a forceful attack. This is fresh new threats, man. All right? Fresh new threats from both sides. Matter of fact, let me get that, man. All right? Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. Yahweh Shah speaking, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. It's been an ongoing battle with the Israelis, and the state of Israel is a peace agreement is nowhere on their mind. Matter of fact, we're going to attack Lebanon, Hezbollah, Hamas. We'll let the United States deal with Iran. We're going to hit your partners, your homeboys right here. And then we're coming for you also. This is the state and mind of the so-called white man Esau Edom. But now you got a fight on your hands, America. See, the goal is always to go inside of Iran. Now we're finna see what happens. And it's gonna spill all the way over into the summer because this has no end in sight. Matter of fact, the Iranian regime has stated today, and Elder Yakanan just put it in our chat, that Iran said, you Americans, that $4 to $5, you're gonna wish you was paying that. I should have screenshotted it and put it on my other phone. You Americans, you're gonna wish you was paying $4 to $5 for gas. What are they hitting at? You're looking at $9 to $10 at the minimum, depending on what state you're in. Okay? You're looking at $9 to $10. JP Morgan, the Federal Reserve, they put a pause on slashing interest rates because they don't know. We're just too far over. The economy is about to crash. JP Morgan said you can expect fuel shortage in the month of April. Australia's getting hit hard. Energy lockdowns are happening all over the world and soon to come here to the West. You have wars. Now there's rumors of more wars. China supplying Iran with military armor. As round two is about to take place. Yeah, China steps in. Russia's lurking. Okay? This article is from the New York Post.com. Iran issues dire warning about President Trump's Strait of Hormuz blockade, saying we will meet you with a forceful response. Forceful response from Washington. And that's what they always, whether it be in the news or another nation, they direct their talks to Washington, which is the capital, where Trump resides at, the administration. Or when the Trump administration directly talks to another nation, they may say Tehran, which is the capital of Iran. All right? You look at download the app called the Jerusalem Post, where you see nothing but this all over the post, all up and down all up and down that page, the Jerusalem Post. They may directly talk to Beijing, which is over there in China, the capital of China. Just to give you some idea when you see these articles, like you see the word Washington right there. All right, this coming from, from there. It says Iran warned Sunday that military vessels approaching the Strait of Hormuz would be a violation of the fragile ceasefire, and they face a strong and forceful response. What is that? Rockets, missiles, okay? Whatever it takes for you to get the message that we're not playing. United States, you're not allowed nowhere near our straits. Only our allies and anybody that's affiliated with you, they're cut off also. This is economic pain. That's, the Bible speaks about the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. That's another video I can do, that I will do. Not to panic. Because when you see these things, they must happen, and then you got to be looking to be delivered, man. As it says in the scriptures, man, for now our salvation is what? Nearer. It's nearer than when we believe, man. This fucking military drive is talking about December in the event of an attack. They can push this month and date up, to the fall, September. And see, as more prophecy unfolds, this drive is going to be put on the back burner to where you're not going to be thinking about it. But then when that time comes, you're going to remember that the men of the Lord told you that you niggas and you women, when I say niggas, I'm talking about all you tribes, from Judah all the way down to Issachar, and you women will be rounded up, automated, and you're getting your ass shipped to the so-called Middle East, man. No questions asked. It says, be ye not troubled. Why? Don't panic. All right? Don't get fearful. You should be rejoicing. You should be on fire right now. Lord, bring it on. As I put in the, oh, let me get that, man. I put that in the chat today, man. You know, backing up this article that I'm reading. Get it real quick. Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. The vision of what? These prophecies, man. And this war with Iran is going to usher in a terrorist attacks over here on American soil. In some way, shape, or form, they're going to tie the Hebrew Israelites to these terrorist attacks. We're going to be the face of terrorism. We've said it, and we're going to continue to say it. That way, when it comes to pass, you know that the men of the Lord foretold these things, man. Jeremiah 28:8. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. The Lord has everything set for an appointed time. It's a time to mourn, time to weep, time to joy, be happy, sing praises. It's time to die, a time to live, time to be delivered. We're in that time. It's appointed time, man. Okay? Specifically, right now. That's why the Bible says this generation shall not pass till all these prophecies be fulfilled. Everything written in this book will be fulfilled in our lifetime. It's going to happen fast. Even prophecies that are in Genesis will be happening now. It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Lord's not a man that he shall lie, man. Whatever he says is going to stick. Remember in court, you know, when the feds have, you know, a case on a drug lord or anything, they got some shit that's gonna stick. Like that cop Richard did, Frank Lucas. He had to get something that's gonna stick. Hard evidence. Like we said on the block yesterday, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. All right, and they end up backfiring on all those cops that had a hand in Frank Lucas' downfall on the movie American Gangster. It says, and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Ain't no peace, all right? It was never no peace anyway. Nobody stop fighting, all right? It says, following President Trump's announcement of a blockade on the critical oil checkpoint, Trump announced plans earlier Sunday to stop any and all ships trying to enter or leave the waterway until there's a point where all oil is allowed to go in and out without obstruction from Iran. And Iran is not having it. How you trying to... See, America is that... Let me get that, man. America wants to debo a nation and take over their resources and say, well, look, we can do a better job than you can. If we have to send in our ground troops, you know, the military personnel, that's what we're waiting for. When the ground troops hit the floor and running, all bets is off. You can expect a hypersonic nuclear bomb to be detonated when that happens, and it will. Whether it be from the United States, more than likely it's going to be from the Israelis who's going to do this. You know, something's going to drastically happen. Who's going to throw this thing specifically in overdrive, and it may be Iran nuking, Israel nuking Iran. Then Iran retaliates. So it's going to draw in America, as it says in the scriptures. Let me get that, man. Jeremiah 49 and verse 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom. The Lord got a controversy with Edom, with his own people, as it says in Hosea, the 4th chapter, starting at the top. With Edom, 2/3 of his own people, and all other heathen nations. You can find it in Ezekiel the 39th chapter. The Lord is against Gog and Magog also, Russia. He's going to use Russia to stir up, mess and conflict by supplying Iran, Libya, Somalia, these Islamic nations with weaponry to attack America. And then the Lord going to fuck Russia up also. He's going to blast America. He's going to get Russia. He's going to get China. Because they've been in bed with America. That's in the Apocrypha in 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter. Syria shall be a ruinous heap. As it says in Isaiah, the 17th chapter. See, the Lord is strategically doing his thing, man. You got to just watch the political outlook of how the Lord is mustering the host of the battle, as it says in Isaiah, the 13th chapter. Setting all the chess pieces in place. Getting ready for that ultimate checkmate. Trump has warned China. You better not be supplying Iran with weaponry. We're in World War III. The Bible calls it the beginning of wars, man. All right? Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely, it's the Edomites over there in the land, the Amalekites. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. Both Israel, that abominable land, that's our land, will be nuked, but will be brought back from that sword and be built back by specifically the so-called white man, as Ezekiel the 39th chapter. And America will be desolate and never be brought back from the sword. Okay? So as I was finna get in Jeremiah 50, verse 22 and 23, America wants to tell what that is. U.S. military kills 5 in 2 drug. That's on the app Wion, W-I-O-N. All right, or that pumps out news and prophecy all day, every day. I mean, all day, every day. Wion, W-I-O-N. Go look it up on YouTube or get the app on your phone, man. I got both of them. Jeremiah 50, verse 22 and 23. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. It's going to go from just this little tit-for-tat thing back and forth with Iran and the United States and the Israelis. A nuke is about to get shot off, man. What the fuck do you think Trump was talking about when he talking about wiping out a whole civilization? All right? It says, Trump announced plans earlier Sunday to stop any and all ships trying to enter or leave the waterway until there's a point where all oil is allowed to go in and out without obstruction from Iran. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy hit back, insisting it has full control of the strait and that the waterway remains open for non-military vessels. Did you hear that, Trump? It says, well, that's it on the article. All right. Well, no, it says read more. All right, let's go. It says Trump announced Sunday that the U.S. will begin destroying the mines. This man don't stop. The mines, M-I-N-E-S, those things, those landmines. All right. Get a better picture of it, right here. All right. You can go get the article yourself. You see it all in there. All right. The mines the Iranians laid in the straits, those landmines, okay, that can cause damage, all right, destruction, and warned that any Iranian ship that fires at the U.S. will be blown to hell. Jeremiah 51 and verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? America, Babylon the Great, along with the Israelis, because America is Israel's bitch, whore, prostitute, my son, okay? They are the hammer of the whole earth, Amalek. How are they going to be cut asunder? Well, the Lord going to use all these nations to come against America. Even the governor down here in Louisiana, made a memo to Donald Trump last week that said we need to leave NATO. And Trump already said previously that he's considered doing it, along with Pete Hegseth, J.D. Vance, Stephen Miller, all these guys are together, man. It's a coalition. America, along with them gutter rats, is a force to be reckoned with in the earth. It's telling you right here. They're the hammer of the earth. Saying, look, if you fire up on us, we're going to blow you to hell. Trump says these things over and over again. Well, we're going to bomb them in 2 weeks. We're going to give them 2 weeks to make a fucking decision. And if not, we're going to blow them to hell. See, talking like that, it's going to come to the real deal. Remember, it says in Ezekiel the 38th chapter, it shall come into thy mind that at that time thou shalt think an evil thought. That evil thought is these ICBMs getting shot off. Boom, 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 boom. What do you have? A nuclear war? Nah, you got nuclear holocaust. You got nuclear holocaust. As it says in the 11th chapter of Revelation, in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000. Everybody's dead, man. All right? The men of the Lord are going to barely make it up out of here, man. A close call. All right? You can go get that article on your own time. Jeremiah 50:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? It's happening. It's a slow, gradual collapse of the American empire as we go on the eclipse and climax of America's independence on July the 4th of this year. They reached 250 years. Go look that up, man. And something is scheduled to happen on that day. Giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings and much salutation to the Lord's hopeful elect who continue to push this gospel to wherever you have been driven in these latter days. To you, how can I say shalom? Matter of fact, quick precept came to my mind. Let me get that, man. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Ain't no peace talks. It's straight up war. Iran don't want to talk about nothing, man. At that meeting with J.D. Vance said the Iranian regime was getting sleepy in there. Like, we're tired of hearing this shit. Either we gonna go to war or that's it. War is the only way to play this game. That's it. Shalom, Makim. Shalom. Yahweh Bashim is a man of war. Shalom, Makim. Abba Babal, Kwam Yashala. Shalom.